up there. All right, so we can get started. Are you recording? You've been recording, huh? All right. Okay, so, excuse me. All right, so welcome to the show. Today let me start over because this is being recorded. Welcome to the show. Today we are joined by an artist whose work challenges us to look inward and feel deeply. Silbiano Padilla is an accomplished visual artist, painter, and graduate of University of Guadalajara. Over a career spanning across both Mexico and the United States, Silbiano has carved out a stunning niche in the world of surrealism, using vibrant polychromatic colors and rich metaphorical figures to give shape to subconscious mind. Silbiano, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So let's just dive right on in. What was the moment when you felt like an artist or a childhood experience to say, you know what, I want to start painting?
Well, actually, you don't realize when you're a kid. I mean, you just like to see drawings and paintings, and you get amazed about what you see. So when I was in school, I was paying attention to the teachers sometimes, but I was drawing on my notebooks all the time. So that's something that I really enjoy since always. When I was in high school, I realized that I want to take a course of painting or art or whatever, because the idea that I have about art was too small. So when I get into that art classes, my mind exploded because there was a lot more than what I thought. So
Was there a particular artist though, or that you look up to, or someone that?
Not in that time, because I didn't know that much. I mean, I learned some techniques, then that opened my eyes that I can do more, that I can do not just drawing, that I can do, painting and watercolor and I don't know, wash, many other techniques. So it called my attention even more.
Okay. Yeah. So who do you draw your inspiration from then, if it's not a particular artist? Or maybe now there's an artist that you like to look up to, or?
I love Remedios Varo and some others. I like the work of Orozco, Diego Rivera, so many artists. There are so many amazing, talented people in the world that I can't even think about.
So what about your surrealism that you do?
Surrealism for me is a great tool to express my ideas. Sometimes your dreams, your thoughts, they are not organic. They don't have an organization. So that's the way surrealism do. So it doesn't matter what you paint, doesn't matter if it's not real. The important thing here is what kind of message you want to share with the people, with the viewer. So that's why I chose surrealism. Yeah.
So are you the only artist in the family?
No.
No?
No, I have I have a cousin. When I was a little, she's older than me, so she does landscapes, but landscapes and architecture, all architecture.
Okay.
So I used to go and see her, how she used to do that. So, and one of my grand aunt, she used to paint a little bit, not too much, but I saw her painting and, it just grabbed me. Yeah.
And then how many other of siblings do you have?
Siblings, we are 10.
Wow.
We are a lot.
A big
family. I have 5 sisters and other 3 brothers.
And so where are you on that line? Are you?
Almost the youngest.
The youngest?
Yeah,
okay.
I have a younger sister.
And who was the painter? She the oldest sister? Or?
No, a cousin.
A cousin, okay,
Yeah.
a cousin. But there's none in your intermediate, no, you're the only artist in your intermediate family?
Not in my siblings.
Okay.
No.
So who else is there, painters or photographers? What do they do?
I have a sister who is a photographer, a great photographer. There she is.
That one.
She's
So she's a photographer?
Yeah, she likes photography.
Okay.
Since she was really young.
Do you have any artwork that you can share? No. Okay. All right. So you love surrealism. Any other forms of art that draws your attention? I mean, we can see it, but I just wanted to hear you talk about it.
I love abstraction. I have never done abstraction works because it's a very big responsibility to accomplish abstraction. You know, because you can see a lot of work, then they call it abstract work, but at the end, you have to read it. What specifically things the painting has that you can read it, you know? It's not just make lines that I don't care, nobody understand that. It's just
it has to tell a story.
No. To make abstraction, you have to know what you're doing.
Yes, it takes, I don't know if anyone here likes abstract art, but I notice I'm actually growing to love it more, only because, like you said, it's just not drawing lines. You know, it has to, there's a story even behind the abstract art. Yes, you have to know how to break the rules. And I apply it to my even photography. You know, you have to know the basics and know the rules of it, and then know how to break it and go outside those lines and still have it make sense.
Exactly. Once you know the rules, you can break them, but you already know them.
Yeah. So
if you don't know,
no.
So you lose the point.
exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's go back, looking back at your early work, from that time versus your, to now, you know, what would you say is the biggest evolution of your technique?
I can say the technique, the resolution of my work, the concepts that I put in my work. You know, sometimes I used to see an image or a landscape or, I don't know, a jar or whatever, and I like it and I paint it and I draw it. And no, now I don't do that. I think first in a concept, and I even write down all the things that I need to make the painting. So to me now is that I can see the painting as deep as it has to be, because it's not just something that you do because you like it. No, to me it has something deeper. It's beyond just sketching or whatever. That's what I think. Yeah.
Nice. So have you noticed a distinct difference in how an audience from different regions interpret or connect with your surrealist imagery?
Not really difference. I know that sometimes people has been telling me that they never hang a painting of mine in their houses and their walls, because maybe, yeah, I understand that, because I'm okay with that, because it's not the kind of work they like, you know, to be seen every day. But other than that, I see people that they like my work. That's right.
I usually would be offended. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, how could you not?
I just think it because, you know, it's fair. I mean, nobody has to like my work.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
That's
I'm
true.
okay with that.
Art is subjective.
Yes.
Yeah,
But to
thank you.
yeah, but to say that to
Thank
an
you.
artist, I think is kind of rude.
Yeah.
Right? It's not. That's not necessary to tell an artist. Let's see. So the transition from being a visual art student to working professional can be daunting, right? So what were your biggest hurdles you faced right after graduating in 2006 when you were trying to get your work into a very first collective or individual exhibition?
Okay, when you finish university, you face the world. You face the possibilities that the world has to you. And sometimes it's really, really hard. Because it's not only you, there are so many more people looking for opportunities. And on that time, because I'm talking about 2006, on that time, my ability, the way that I was painting was not exactly like as a professional as it is now, you know, like it's 20 years of evolution, but also you don't know what to do, where to go, what kind of context you have to get involved, and, you know, start giving your first steps. So I think it's going to be the job. I have to find a job and, you know, keep busy, and sometimes you don't have any time for paint or work in your art. So you have to let it for a time until you get the chance to start over again, you know, because university doesn't give you everything. Give you, you know, little things that you can use to your work. When you go to the real life, you find out that all the things that you need to grow as an artist, you have to find it yourself through your way, you know. Yeah.
I was gonna say school in general doesn't give you all the tools.
No. And they didn't told you there.
What am I gonna do with algebra? I still haven't used it today, so I don't know. But I was good at it. But I think it just comes to, you know, critical thinking or whatever. But it's just one of those things where you have to. I think why I do the things I do with art is I try to create my own space, basically, and having someone here, someone like you here is like I'm trying to create that space for you to show your art and keep going and grow from here, right? That's how I started. So I just want to make sure other people have that opportunity because it's hard.
And you know what? I appreciate what you guys do because as a person like me that I don't have much time. Sorry, here living in the United States, so. To give my first steps here, it's really hard. You don't have no contacts. You don't know where to go. I don't even know just the streets or the freeways. I don't know nothing, man. I don't even. I don't know. It's so many things that. And find you guys here, then you have that goal in your lives. It gives us enormous, things to start. You know, it's great. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So how did those early local shows shape your confidence? Like when you showed because you did a few shows in Mexico,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So how did those shape you? What was your takeaway from them?
Take away from those? Well, most of them were collective ones, and to me was be with other artists. It was too much emotion for me because I used to see my work with the others, and someone's, they know the other ones more than me.
So your first show was a group show? Is that what you did? Okay.
Yes. I have done so many collective ones.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of solos, like 5 solos. I have done that. Yeah, but I think the acceptation of my work, that's what I get from that.
Okay. You mentioned that art is a bridge between the artist's soul and the world. When you begin a new painting, do you usually start with a new emotion you want to bridge to the audience? Or does that emotion reveal itself through the process?
No. Basically, I first think in the concept. What do I want to express in a painting? And then I write it down, all the things that I want to do in a painting. And then I start thinking about the shape. So I start sketching. Once I start sketching, I decide what to put in the finished sketch. So when I do that, I put it in the painting. Never comes at the end as the way I thought. The paintings always told you what it needs. Always. I cannot say to a painting, it's done. No, she told me when it's done. I can't. A lot of people say, you have to decide. No. They told you when when it's finished. They told you. And when you accomplish what you want to say through your paintings, that's what happened with me. The thing is, sometimes the idea comes quickly to your mind, and so I have to.
So you won't forget, almost like writing lyrics to a song.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I like that. And then later on, when I have time, I start developing the idea.
The visuals.
I have thinking about it, what do I need, what do I want. So I start writing everything. And once I have all that, I can put more things or take it up. But I have the idea writing down. So. Even the color and the texture, if you want texture or not.
So do you keep all that stuff too?
No, I have some.
You should keep that, and you never know. There could be a big old Silbiano Padilla record. Yeah, and like it started from this, and it went, and this is what we got from it.
A way to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, we kind of touched on this about your philosophy and style. You've mentioned. Your portfolio is described as surrealist with highly stylized metaphorical figures. What drew you to surrealism initially, and how do you decide what metaphors will best communicate your inner concepts?
Well, I think it's about a concept. For example, the lady there, nudity, it represents, how can I say when you feel
Vulnerable?
Vulnerable, yeah, exactly. She is vulnerable, but she don't care. She's in peace. And you see the sea behind her, it's a mess. It's really disturbed waves. So that represents problems, situations, emotions, but she's in peace, And the fishes are out of the water, and they are with her. So because she's in peace. So that's how I get a metaphor. According to painting, that's what I decide what metaphor or how can I use a metaphor.
Metaphors,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we're going to go around with our guest here, and we can talk about more of the paintings.
Okay.
You also lean into the more polychromatic expressions, which is like a multicolored expression. How do you approach your color palettes? Because you said you write everything down. So how do you approach your color palettes to ensure that amplify psychology or surreal mood of the piece rather than distracting from the narrative?
Well, it has to do with message. Artists and designers and all the people who work with colors, they use the chromatic circle. So, and color psychology. So I go from there. So I pick the colors that say something according to the painting. Is yellow, bright yellow doesn't say the same than purple. Or pink doesn't say the same of red. So the colors tells you something. They communicate something. So I use colors as a way to communicate. So that's why if like this, for example, they don't have a specifically bright colors. There is only one here. So where the point of view goes here. Everybody goes and see this point. What is this? A heart. What heart? Her heart. So she has her story and she has behind symbols and everything. But the most important here for this painting is representing Frida's heart, what she was as a person. But I want everybody goes and see the heart.
And that's literally what attracted me to your artwork was the color palettes that you use. It's the first thing I saw. I was like, oh, these colors are fantastic.
Thank you.
So we kind of really talked about the creative process, but I'll just ask. You write that a creator's responsibility to materialize emotions and dreams so they may reach others. When you have a dream or highly abstract concept, what does your sketching or planning phase look like before you actually bring print to canvas? So you already said you will write it all down, and now we have the color process, and then the sketching comes after?
Sometimes quick sketching comes first. Because I have the idea and I go like quickly, so I do something quick, I save it for later, and then I start planning the painting. Not always has to be planned, There are so many spontaneous paintings, like watercolor, then you can do it really fast, or I don't know, pastels or Prismacolors, like the paintings there. It's just an idea, you can start drawing and you just go for it. But in paintings that you want to have a concept or you want to show something and really, deeper, it's what I do. I try to plan step by step. Symbols and like this is a symbol, this is a symbol, so this is another symbol. So everything works together in a painting. Everything, even the butterflies. They have, I don't know if you can see it, but this is like I don't know what's the name of that. Pre-Hispanic lines, each one. So it gives them, they belong to the culture. So, it's just symbols that I use, that I like to use.
Nice. And it's very detailed, which I love too. It's so detailed.
Thank you.
Because of surrealism lies on complex dreamlike logic, how do you know when a piece, we already touched on this, is truly finished versus when it needs another layer or a metaphorical detail? You said the painting tells you.
Sometimes I start painting and I start working. and I'm stuck. What I have to do is leave it. I leave it. I don't know how long. Maybe now I have like 5 or 6, 7 paintings, just waiting because I'm not ready to finish them because I don't have the complete idea in my mind that how I want to finish them. So I just leave them. I start something else. Later on, maybe in 1, 2, or 3 in a year, I go back and I take them. And you know what's happened? Magic. They finish. You know why? Because sometimes you are not in a right moment. Maybe you want to do something happy, but you're not. So it's difficult to work in something, that you don't feel that you are not. Because paintings, even you want it or not, they say a lot, a lot. Even colors, even shapes, even whatever. They always say something about the art.
Absolutely. I mean, even with my photography, when I look back at it, I was like, that's me. I just like did it because I do fine art photography. And looking back at it, I was like, when I was describing it, I was like, wait a minute, I kind of describing my own life and what I was going through at that time or whatever. Yeah, and I didn't realize that I was just trying to make something cool for me to look at first and then introduce it to the world. But when, even listening to you, I was like, that's the same thing I do. I think about how I want to take the photo and what the process is going to be. And now I got to figure out like what part of this is my life now, So I think a lot of artists do what we do. And I think that's why I'm always floored. I always tell people, go to the museum and read the descriptions of the art that catches your eye, and you'll be surprised. It may not be what you think it's about at the same time too, but it's some kind of reflection of that artist, right? Yes. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Most of the time, sometimes it was a year before I went back to track. It's because your subconscious tells you it's not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. You have to listen to your inner.
Yeah. Just like there's a movie called The Fall. It took them 6 years to make that movie, and when you go back and look at it, you can see why it took 6 years. So it's a creative state of mind. Anyone that's creative and really honed into their art, that's why I'm really careful of promoting stuff that's trendy. They do it just because they think it's cool and it's really consumable from everybody. That's not what I look for. I want stuff that are niche and special to the artist himself, not just what you think is cool. But okay, that's enough talking about that stuff. As an artist, who emphasized that human beings fundamentally need artistic expression in all forms, what are you currently exploring or looking to experiment with in your next work?
I am waiting to do sculpture. Not a big sculptures and, no, but the small ones, something of my style, I can start with, something small. It begin from there and, keep doing sculpture. I want to do sculpture.
Have you touched any other kind of medium before, or?
I have done, it's not a sculpture, I don't know how to say it in English, relieve, who knows? Relieve, nobody knows? It's like not a complete sculpture. It's like a
relief.
Yes, relief. Yeah.
A relief.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have done that a
Okay.
couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah, I have done that.
So it's natural progression. It will be a sculpture.
I like that because you can put that on the wall on your I don't know somewhere, but doesn't have to be a whole piece.
Sure.
I have done that a couple of times and I love it, but I haven't done it too much and I want to start doing it.
Nice. Okay, so I have time to do questions if anyone has any more questions, and then I'll do the quick round.
Well,
Everybody's like, ooh.
yeah, I know. Well, it can be a tool for some people, but I think in some point, people like us is not something that is going to make us, a place in society. Because everybody wants something in their houses or they want to get something and our work is handmade and it requires more than write a little things and just, yes. So.
And who would buy AI art? I just don't understand.
I don't know. A lot of people EA to do many things. I know it's a great tool for many other things, but I mean for art, I don't know. I'm not sure about art. No.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's slowly going because these kids are buying CDs again, the albums, vinyl, because they want something to hold to the roots of it. Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT how I should feel about this art. It's not the same.
They have texture, you know, but the color texture, they do have that. You
After we're done, we can take one off so you can. Yeah, and so so he's selling those, and they're only what, 150 you said?
170.
170. But yeah, so it's a good price point. But I thought they were really cool because they're one of the kind pieces too. So
there is no other one. I never done that.
They're not duplicated.
There is no other exactly the same of that one. That doesn't exist.
And AI can't do that.
Of course. That's meant way too far. In Mexico, I can get into my studio and I'm like a little toy in a toy store. You know, I have everything I need there. Here, I have things here, and I go, no, I don't have that. I need something else. I don't have many things here. You know, because. I know. I'll get there. Yes. No, well, I get a lot of colors from here too. I mean, they are pretty good. I use professional stuff here and there too. But what I do, I mean, what I'm trying to say is I have so many years working there, so I have everything I need, and I have the context. I need a frame because I do prepare these. I don't buy them from the store. I prepare them.
You make your own.
I did prepare them. That's what I like because you know I think is the fabric is thicker. It's not going to be destroyed too fast. So I do prepare properly the right way. So that's what I do. I have my carpenter and things that I need. So that's what I like to do. Well, routine here is a little hard in there because you know sometimes because the distance and the traffic. You know, there you can say I start working at 8 and I work by 8 hours and I got home. And I have time to paint. Here, you cannot say that. Sometimes I get out of my house at 5 in the morning. I get back at 7:30 p.m. So there is no time. I just eat and take a shower and sleep. And I was like, that's it for today. I think it has here. Here is the
uninspiring.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for the question. I think here is that I want to people see my work. I want to be a valuable person I mean, I know I am, but I want to be someone to my wife and my son. So that's what I want. I want to leave my footprints here. Not only in a small area, I want to just leave my footprints. When I die, maybe 100 years after I die, that somebody sees the paint, oh, I remember, like, I know who's that guy. I don't know him, I don't know who he was, but I know who did that painting. So just a little step at a time. I used to teach, like almost 3 years in a high school. And, you know, I respect all the peoples, but it's really hard to work with kids. It's really hard. And sometimes it steals your energy because you blame yourself because they're not doing what you're supposed to be teaching them. So
these kids,
I decide
they're little vampires.
I decide to quit. I say, you know what? I'm not giving them what they need. So this is not for me right now in this moment. So I have to, somebody else do it. So I don't know about that. I thought about that because now I'm a little bit mature than before. But maybe I can be patient with them. But sometimes the culture is different there than in here. So I don't know what I'm going to be exposed to.
Don't do it.
At least kids. I wouldn't do kids. Yeah. At least with kids, I wouldn't.
Thank you.
Yeah. Adults maybe, but not kids. There's plenty of people that want to expand their craft in the art. So maybe that would be the route to go. But with these kids out here, I wouldn't do it.
No, Guadalajara. Jalisco is like 2 hours from Guadalajara. North way, 2 hours from Guadalajara.
I'm from Jalisco.
from Mexico?
Jalisco.
Jalisco? What part of Jalisco? San Clas?
Las Águilas,
Águilas.
Los Altos.
Los Altos.
Ajá,
I'm from
Los Altos.
Los Altos.
Yeah.
You have to be from Tepatitlán, Jalos, San Juan,
Right.
Valle de Guadalupe.
Valle de,
Valle de
I
Guadalupe.
have to ask my mom.
Oh, yeah,
I was born there, but
that's the Altos region. You know, that's the Altos region.
there was an attachment to that you had to let go.
Yes, yes, I had one. You know, I was passing for a really, really hard moment, and I had an exposition indoor, and I couldn't paint. And I was, my God, the time is already here, and I can't. I don't feel the. I was sitting in front of the canvas, and I couldn't. And I was one day, I couldn't sleep, and I was thinking, man, can I do it too? Be able to paint. What can I do? So I decided to put everything I was feeling on that moment, try to put it in the painting. So what I did is just put everything there. So I thought that was a really negative thing because that's what I was feeling in that moment. So when I finished the painting, it turns out that it wasn't negative. It was something positive even. So I'm going to explain that a little bit, describe a little bit what's a painting. The painting is called I Feel Blue, and it's a man looking down. He has in one hand, he has his heart, and a flower is coming out. From the heart is made of gold, and he have I don't know how to say blackbirds. Many here with lines, so like a mess in his thoughts. But he has a big gold circle behind him and wings. Thank you. So at the end, he feels blue. Obviously, he's blue, but he has to realize that he has a gold heart and still alive. And all the energy that he has, it belongs to him. What it moves him. That's his own energy, and then nobody's going to take that from him. And the wings is not because he's an angel. It's because he's free. He can get out of there anytime he wants. Anytime he's tired of that problem, he can just fly. And that's what came out. So it was something negative that I was feeling, but it turns out in something positive for me. Yeah, so when I see the painting finished, I didn't have the problem anymore. Was there? It is there because I still have the painting.
You still have it?
I have
You
it.
kept it?
Yeah,
So
I have that painting.
good question.
Well, my nieces have. It was a gift for her daughter. She has it. Yeah. That's good. Thank you. I don't have a store in online. I have some business card.
Invite us to your house. We're gonna do a studio
Sorry, I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you said.
Visit your studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your house?
oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go to your house, is what she's saying.
Of course. I have like 13 paintings already in Lake Elsinore. Some of those paintings are part of this collection, but there are not women. There are men.
Okay.
So are different ones.
I
Yes.
was actually gonna ask that because I noticed they were all
Oh,
women.
women.
And I was gonna ask if.
I don't men.
I think
I'd love to see their hair.
there's going to be another show. It sounds like, right? Yeah.
I have some.
A boy show.
Yes. Basically, I sold the paintings by contact or in the exposition most of the time. Everybody takes my information and they ask for the painting. If it's not sold, I mean, I sold the painting. Or in the exposition, there is someone always, the client goes and see, and I like that, and they put a sticker on the painting, and it's already sold. So the arrangements about the payment, it's later, you know, that always when you expose your work, people who buy the paintings never take the paintings until the exposition is over.
Yes.
So they buy the artwork, and then, you know, when the exposition is done, we give them the.
I'm just wondering.
Well, all these are on sale now.
Yeah.
So.
No. I have an
Oh.
Instagram.
I'm working in my Instagram. My social media is my Facebook is only you know.
Facebook is not.
No, so I'm working on my Instagram.
So I two people.
No, I'm gonna work in my Instagram, but for now I have my my presentation and my webpage too, so they can write
message you.
Messages.
And I can download and send the catalog out again if I need to too. All right, so really quick, let's do these last. I always like to end it with a quick round because they're just fun for me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to thank you so much for giving me the honor of having your art here. We've had some great installations here, Britt. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
This one, for some reason, has been, and not for some reason, for obvious reasons, is like the one that I get the most engagement on.
Really?
Conversations, a lot of questions, conversations. They're asking me, I'm telling them I have no idea how to interpret. But in a sense, the experience here is really meant to have attention, and they get lost in the paintings. They have to be like, hey, pay attention. I feel like we all are really lucky that we're getting to discover your art early on. I feel like we're on something on the ground level. I mean, we're like, oh, this is pretty cool. So congratulations, it's beautiful. We can't wait to a couple years be like, I saw it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you, Chris. All right, so really 5 quick questions. If you could use 3 colors for the rest of your career, which 3 are making the cut?
I have to say that the 3 colors that I want.
Yes, for the rest, that's all you can use for the rest of your career. And it's supposed to be quick.
Sorry, you're asking that to an artist?
I know. That's what makes these fun.
Okay, I gotta say white, blue, and orange.
White, blue, and orange.
Because that's a contrast that I like.
It makes sense. I can see that. What's playing in the background while you paint? Is it total silence, classical music, rock, a podcast?
Always music.
Any kind of music?
Any kind of music.
I know I introduced you to someone new.
Yeah.
Did you listen to
yet,
it?
but
Okay.
I will.
All right. Along
Man,
side.
that's a really hard question that you cannot answer in 1 second. I don't know, man. Maybe Goya?
Goya? She can tell you a Goya story.
Snack.
A snack or a drink?
Maybe I'm drinking.
Drinking.
What do I drink?
Yeah.
Wine.
Wine?
Yeah, wine.
And you're not having any today? Okay.
No.
Because it's during the week.
The better lies.
The breaststroke?
The title of the painting comes
After?
at the end. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you write everything down, so I didn't know.
Well, I have the idea.
Yeah.
I have the idea, but it's not completed until I finish. I see it finished and I say, okay, your name is?
Nice.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with photography, too. Yeah.
That's the way it works. Yeah.
Well, but thank you so much, Silbiano, for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you. No, you know.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming here and having me here. I'm really happy, to get to know you guys. And being here with this place is beautiful. And thank you, Britt, for contact me and give me this opportunity to share with you guys my work and what I do.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much to all of you guys.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, I always like to end it, in a way of make sure you guys go out and see a show, go to a gallery, go to a museum, and appreciate your art. Thank you so much for coming, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.